Every day, when the girl next door took a bath, I would quietly climb onto the roof to peek at her. Usually, I try hard to hide it, but this time, I not only bragged about what I saw, I even went to her door to harass her. Really? Ha ha ha. This kid sure knows how to brag. Because in this era where chastity is more important than life, a woman's reputation means everything. Why is he doing this to me? Afterwards, just as I had hoped, the girl was forced by circumstances to marry me. But what I absolutely never expected was that on our wedding night, she never woke up from that night. And seeing her body, I instantly woke up to my mistakes. I carried that regret until the end of my life. But when I opened my eyes again, I had actually returned to the day I peeked at her bathing. You little beast. I'll pretend I never had you as a son. Get the hell out of here. Don't come back and dirty the Chun family's door. I've been reborn. And returned to the day I spied on Lin Qinghan. Thank God, there's still time to fix this. Lin Qinghan, I will never repeat the mistakes of my past life. But if I run back to explain now, nobody will believe me. I have to prove it with my actions. However, the most pressing issue right now is finding a way to fill my stomach. Fortunately, in my previous life, I followed an old local fisherman. So finding some seafood shouldn't be hard. Soon, I found an underwater cave. My right hand shot in like lightning, and I grabbed a thick, yellowish-brown moray eel, forcefully dragging it out of the cave. Ha ha ha, what a beast. Talk about a lucky start. Detected successful capture of marine life. Beachcombing system successfully activated. Core functions unlocked. Contracted sea spirit, 0 to 1. Foraging points, 0. Beginner task. Process and consume the target moray eel. Restore stamina. Reward, plus 5 foraging points. A system? But hey, I've already been reincarnated. Having a system isn't that weird. Next, I sliced off a piece of snow-white eel meat and shoved it in my mouth. This stuff tastes absolutely awful. I remember there's a seafood purchasing station nearby that specifically buys catches from fishermen. Successfully consumed tiger moray eel. Basic survival needs met. Foraging points plus 2. It seems as long as my actions are related to beachcombing, I can accumulate foraging points. Still, I wonder what these foraging points are actually used for. Whatever, the tide just went out. It's the perfect time for beachcombing. Let's go find some seafood first. I hunched over, carefully searching through the crevices of the exposed reef. As time passed, memories from my past life naturally flooded back like the tide. And my movements carried a familiarity carved deep into my bones. Captured 5 oysters. Foraging points plus 1. Captured approximate 1 pound of clams. Foraging points plus 1. Captured 3 stone crabs. Foraging points plus 1. I pretty much cleared out this area. Let's go sell these things first. The purchasing station was located next to a small slope. There was a short line at the door. My ragged appearance and the unwashed blood on my face instantly drew some attention. What are you selling, young man? Small crabs and clams go to the retail section over there. I didn't say a word and just slapped that tiger eel onto the table. That's a pretty big tiger eel. Wild caught. Pulled it from a reef crevice right after the tide went out. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. I'll count it as top grade. $1.30 pund. That's $9.36 total. The price is fair enough. I also have these little things. Give me a price for the whole lot. These aren't worth much. Altogether, that'll be $10.24. When I took the money, my callous palms sweated slightly. First monetary gain from foraging trade. Basic currency system unlocked. Foraging points plus 2. With the money in hand, I quickly headed to the village grocery store. Give me a pack of whole wheat crackers and a bundle of red yarn. After such a scandalous incident, if the man wants to apologize or propose, he must bring something red to their door. Right now, this red yarn is the only apology I can afford. I have to go, even if it means walking through fire, for the girl whose life I ruined. I absolutely won't back down. When I walked to Lin Qinghan's house, carrying the red yarn, Dad, don't go looking for him. I've accepted my fate. Accepted your fate. I'll break his legs. That little beast from the Chun family. I've never fought with anyone in my life. But this time, I'm not letting Chun Jinxing off the hook. It was this exact kind of despair in my past life that ultimately pushed Lin Qinghan to suicide. I absolutely cannot let this tragedy repeat itself. I gathered my courage and knocked on the peeling wooden door. Who is it? Uncle Heisey, it's me, Chen Shurgio. You little beast, you dare show your face. Watch me beat you to death. Lindy Hai raised a wooden stick. I didn't dodge. Instead, I knelt straight down at the doorway. This action made even the furious Lin Dihai pause. Uncle Heisey, I'm the one who wronged Qinghan. If you beat me to death, I absolutely won't fight back. But please, just hear me out. I swear to God today that the old piece of trash is already dead in the sea. I came here today to beg you and Qinghan for another chance. I bought this with the money I earned beachcombing today. I know it's not much, but from now on, I'll rely on my own two hands to give Qinghan a good life. Take your crappy yarn and get lost. Even if Qinghan never gets married, she won't end up with an animal like you. Lindy Hai finally slammed the door shut. I knelt outside the door for a full 15 minutes, until from inside the door, Lin Qinghan's muffled crying gradually quieted down. Looks like I barely managed to pass today's hurdle. I stood up silently and gently placed the bundle of red yarn by the threshold. After leaving, and grabbed some coarse salt while I was at it. Then I wove 2 crab traps and dropped them in the deep water. Successfully crafted and deployed 2 basic crab traps. Foraging points +5. Current foraging points 15. Detected host foraging points reached 15. Unlocked Eye of the Vast Sea. Can faintly sense special life signs within a 10-meter radius, or high-value marine targets. The next second, a faint, cooling sensation washed over my eyes. I subconsciously looked to the side. In a wet crevice of the reef, a dark red sea anemone was clinging there. Ha ha! With this feature, my beachcombing will be unstoppable. It takes time for the crab traps to catch anything. Better go home and rest for now, and come check on them first thing tomorrow morning. Dragging my exhausted body, I walked toward the home for my memories. But unexpectedly, the moment I pushed open my family's wooden door, who is it? You little beast, you still dare to come back. Dad, wait, I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I really do. You're wrong? Where the hell did you go wrong? You've completely humiliated the Chun family. Qinghan is such a good girl. How am I supposed to face her Uncle Heisey? Dad, I was wrong for losing my mind and peeking at Qinghan bathing. Dad, please believe me just this once. That bastard I used to be really did die out in the sea. I swear from now on, I'm going to live a proper, respectable life. I'm going to make up for my sins. My dad stared intensely into my eyes. In those eyes, there was no longer the usual evasiveness and deceit, replaced instead by an almost obsessive determination. The hand gripping the stick finally lowered slowly. Dad, please don't hit second brother anymore. Second brother, your head is bleeding. My sister was the only one in my past life who still felt familial affection for me. Back when I was at my lowest, I only barely survived by relying on her rations. Thinking of this, a wave of warmth and guilt surged in my heart. Chow Chow, go back to your room. Stay out of this. Oh, get inside and clean yourself up. You're a sore sight. Dad, where's Mom? Where else could she be? She went to Wanzi Beach. Wanzi Beach, today is the 15th. Oh no, in my past life, Mom went foraging on this exact day. Because she couldn't bear to spend money on food, she eventually got dizzy from hunger and almost got swept away by the tide. No, I have to hurry over there. Dad, I'm going to Wanzi Beach to find Mom. You? What are you going there for? To cause more trouble. Don't go stirring up more messes. I know I was a bastard before. I'll go help her. I definitely won't cause her any trouble. Never mind, Dad. I'm heading out. We can talk about the rest later. I ran all the way to the mudflats, panting heavily and looking around. The mudflats were bustling with voices. Villagers were all holding kerosene lamps, bending over searching for seafood. Mom. Mom. Sure, Joe? What are you doing here? Your head. The wound on your head. Oh, rare guest. The young master has come to experience real life. Or do you think your mom didn't pick up enough? and came to help mess things up? I ignored her. I quickly walked over to Zhang Ging, looked at the pitiful harvest in her basket. My nose couldn't help but tingle with emotion. Mom, take a break. Let me help you. Just hold this and keep an eye on things for me. Do you know how? Don't worry, Mom. Just watch. I took a deep breath and quietly activated the eye of the vast sea. A cool stream of air instantly flowed through my eyes, and pale blue dots of light appeared across the mudflats. This system really is amazing. It actually found high-value targets. I immediately picked a blue dot, raised a shovel, and dug down hard. With a single dig, captured giant clam, forging points +2. Oh, a blind cat found a dead mouse. Ha ha. I didn't say anything, quickly locking onto the next, brighter blue dot. I kept silent, rapidly locking onto an even brighter blue dot. And this time, in the overturned mud, prominently lay 2 razor clams as thick as thumbs. Captured giant razor clams, forging points +2. Zhang Ging couldn't help but let out a low gasp of surprise, a glimmer of light flashing in her cloudy eyes. Oomph. Dumb luck. I remained silent, but my movements grew faster. In just half an hour, the broken basket on my back began filling up at a visible rate. Up. Sergio, how are you so good at this? Mom, I told you I'm going to work hard from now on. What's going on? He was always a useless bum. He's even worse than Xiao Chao at beachcombing. How is he acting like he's using cheat codes today? Wang Xiaoying looked at the big catches in my basket, then looked at her own, and jealousy bubbled up wildly in her heart. So she started following right behind me, hoping to see if she could snatch up some good stuff too. Meanwhile, I unknowingly moved to another section of the mudflats, just as I was about to dig up the next blue dot. Oh my, look who it is. Isn't this our Wowo Village's infamous second loafer of the Chun family? Just finished doing your shameless, sleazy deeds during the day, and you still have the nerve to show your face on the flats at night? What is it? Didn't get enough of watching little Miss Lin Qinghan bathe? Did you come down to the flats to see if there are other women changing their clothes? Lu Hongmei's words stabbed right at my sore spot, drawing strange looks from the people nearby. My eyes suddenly went cold, and I gripped my shovel handle tighter. Having seen all sorts of storms in my past life, I shouldn't bother arguing with a shrew like her. Hey, I'm talking to you. Are you deaf? Seeing that I was ignoring her and was about to dig the mud next to her instead, Lu Hongmei flew into a rage. Since when does a hooligan like you get to dig in my territory? Hurry up and beat it. Don't dirty up my spot. Wanzi Beach belongs to the public. There's no such thing as anyone's territory. If you can dig here, I naturally can too. Nonsense. What public? In my eyes, this is my territory. Your dad, Chun Jinsheng, is a fool too, raising such a worthless failure like you. The old man is useless, and the kid is up to no good. Your mom giving birth to an ungrateful brat like you. She sure has a bitter fate. I see all the men in your Chun family are useless, leaving just your mom alone to carry you bunch of losers, a whole family of deformed rejects, and you still have a nerve to come out and embarrass yourselves. Hearing this, the veins on my forehead bulged, and the fury in my eyes almost burst into flames, just as I had reached the limit of my patience, and was about to give this shrew a taste of my shovel. Lu Hongmei, you foul-mouthed bitch. Whose men are you cursing as dead and useless? I'll tear your rotten mouth right off. You shameless thing. Your own man has no skill at fishing at sea, coming back empty-handed every single time. So you come to the mudflats to throw tantrums and make trouble. No matter how bad our Chun family is, no matter how much of a failure my brother-in-law is, my father-in-law is a respectable, seasoned fisherman. I bet it's your man who can't get it up, which is why you're biting everyone everywhere like a mad dog. Wang Xiaoying spoke incredibly fast, her voice sharp and loud, stabbing right into Lu Hongmei's sore spots. You what? And you little sycophant, following your sister around gossiping all day long. Forgot about the time you did those shady deeds and got cornered in that room? Do you want me to tell everyone on these flats? All the juicy details right now. A pair of shameless sisters. And you still have the nerve to slander others. You embarrassments. Haven't you lost enough face? Why are you arguing with a crazy woman? Let's go home. What a piece of work. And you, brother-in-law, they were basically shitting on your head. And you didn't even argue back once. Consider yourself lucky today. Hurry up and dig. Once you're done, we can go back. After speaking, she no longer hid it, sticking closely behind me to my side, her eyes scanning like a searchlight across every spot I had dug, hoping to pick up any stragglers I might have missed. In my past life, I only thought my sister-in-law was mean and greedy. I never realized she had this fiercely protective and fiery side to her. Even though her motive might not have been to defend me personally, this sheer courage to fight for the family really made me see her in a new light. I shook my head, stopping those thoughts, and dug toward the deep blue glow. With a dull thud, the tip of the shovel seemed to hit something hard. I carefully pried away the surrounding mud, and a massive hard object, roughly the size of a wash basin, was revealed. What is that? Such a huge stone. My heart was pounding rapidly. I crouched down and scraped off the surface mud. As a layer of grime was wiped away, a collective gasp echoed from everyone around. It's a giant clam. Mother of God. A giant clam this huge. It's been so many years since I've seen one of these. A giant clam? Oh my dear Lord. Wang Xiaoying instinctively reached out to touch it, but I was quick, snatching the heavy treasure right into my arms. Discovered rare marine life. Large giant clam. Tridacna. Foraging points plus 20. Current foraging points 40. Guess I'm borrowing all your good luck tonight, uncles. Mom, let's go home. Yes. Let's go home, let's go home. He actually dug that up. His luck is way too good. If I had dug that up, I wouldn't have to worry about my son's tuition anymore. Watching me carry the treasure home, she quickly grabbed her own haul and followed right behind. When I gently placed the heavy, giant clam onto the ground of the courtyard, the entire yard fell into dead silence once again. You dug this up at Wanzi Beach? Is this really a giant clam? Holy crap. This legendary giant clam. I've lived most of my life and never dug one up. And now it was actually dug up by my own. Useless. Old man, you didn't see it. Sergio was amazing today. Every time he dug, he caught something. This treasure was also him dash. I didn't explain immediately and promptly found a large wooden tub, submerging the giant clam at the bottom. I kept it alive with seawater. Though this thing wouldn't die immediately out of water, keeping it soaked would keep it a bit fresher and look better for selling. Second brother, what is this? A washboard. Look, doesn't it look like a big rock from a sea? Is it alive? It's alive. Look, it's sleeping in the water. Really? Right then, a figure flashed by the courtyard gate. After putting down her own things, Wang Xiaoying immediately rushed over to the water tub. What a rare item. Sergio, your luck is truly. She rubbed her hands together, looking at me, a huge smile piling on her face. But the words rolled around in her throat 3 times, and she ultimately didn't say them out loud. Hee hee. It's a great occasion that we caught such a huge treasure today. Let's kill a chicken for dinner. We need to eat well and nourish ourselves. Kill a chicken? You spendthrift. Dad, look, my head injury still hasn't fully healed. Besides, shouldn't we celebrate? Let Mom and Xiao Xiao get some good meat too. Hearing there was chicken, Xiao Xiao's eyes instantly lit up. She secretly swallowed her saliva, but didn't dare say a word. Feed it. Kill it. Kill that biggest red rooster. He eats the most feed, and he doesn't even lay eggs. Today we'll put him to the knife. Mom, you rest. I'll do the cooking today. In no time at all, a pot of steaming hot seafood chicken soup was served on the dining table. Dinner's ready. Smells so good, second brother. Mom. It smells amazing. I want to eat. Stop right there. Look at the state of you. Covered in mud. Get over there and wash your hands. If they aren't clean, don't even think about eating. Xiaoying, you've been working hard all night. Then, Thank you, Mom. And Qin Yuanshan also returned, following the aroma. He lowered his head and took a huge gulp of soup. Delicious. Second uncle's cooking is 100 times better than Mom's. Is it really that exaggerated? This meal proceeded in a subtle yet warm atmosphere. Sergio, what do you plan to do with that giant clam? Tomorrow, let me go with you to the town's seafood station. That thing is heavy. I'll help you carry it. Looking at the clumsy concern in my older brother's eyes, my heart felt warm. I slowly nodded. All right, bro. I'll be troubling you tomorrow. Outside the yard, the moonlight flowed like water. The giant clam in the water tub remained silent. But this meal inside the house, sparked by capture, had already quietly changed some things within the Chun family. The next day, just as the sky was getting light, I tiptoed out of the house. You're here. Let's go. Bro, this thing is dead heavy, and Dongsha town is 6 or 7 miles away. If it dries out and dies in the sun, it won't be worth much. We can ask him to make a trip and give him some gas money. Sound good? You go get them. I'll keep watch. As soon as he spoke, hurried footsteps came from outside the yard. Sergio, I heard you dug up a treasure. Let me see. What kind of treasure? They're bragging it's the size of a millstone. Mother of God. It's huge. How much is this worth? Hey, don't touch it. It's alive. It's worth a fortune. Golzi, do me a favor. Go get your dad's tractor for a trip to the Dongsha town seafood station. I'll pay you. Come on, we're brothers. No need to mention money. Wait here. Not long after, a chug-chug sound came from outside. The familiar roar of a diesel engine. After the three of them loaded the giant clam onto the truck, they headed towards the seafood station. It immediately drew everyone's attention. What a huge shell. It's a giant clam. My God, it's so big. Hello, comrade. We have a giant sea shell we want to sell. Take a look. Such a huge giant clam. This thing is mainly about the shell. If the meat dies, it's worthless. Based on the shell's weight and estimated meat weight, I can probably give you around $500. But the director will have to make the final call. $500? Qin Yuanshan and Qin Guzi both gasped. $500? That's half a year's salary for a normal worker. 500? Comrade, you're lowballing them. I'll offer 550, 600. Young man, sell it to me. Excited shouting. Quit making a scene, all of you. Business has rules. 650. Please make way, everyone. Little brother, did you catch this giant clam? When did you get it? Last night, at low tide. I dug it up under the reef. It's still alive. We kept it in water and just brought it here this morning. Hearing this, Qian Wenhai squatted down. He carefully touched the giant clams. Soft tissue around the edges. He tapped it gently and listened closely. It's still very fresh and in excellent condition. Tell you what, young man, I'll give you $850 in all of Dongsha town. You absolutely won't find a higher offer than mine. Qin Yuanshan and Qin Guzi started breathing heavily. But I kept staring at the clam, not saying a word. Young man, I know what you're thinking. Although this giant clam is huge, the chance of it having a natural pearl is extremely low. High-quality ones are even rarer. For a slim, almost non-existent chance. Is it worth it? Tell you what, I'll add another $30 to round it off nicely. $880. That's my final offer. Think it over carefully, young man. Sergio, just sell it. $880. That's enough to build a big brick house. A pearl is just a pipe dream. Yeah, $880, my God. Say yes. This is a once-in-a-lifetime offer. All right, sold for $880. Young man, the deal is done. Count it. I counted it carefully in front of everyone. After the transaction was complete, Qian Wenhai looked at me and handed me a business card. You look like a capable young man. If you ever come across rare seafood like this again, I'll give you a fair price. I'll definitely keep you in mind if I find anything good. Bro, Guzi, let's go. I pocketed the money and urged them to leave. Without a word, they packed up and quickly drove off. Just as the tractor drove a dozen meters away, 3 or 4 guys in floral shirts. Ran out cursing and chasing after us. Hey, they ran fast. The cooked duck flew away. The one driving the tractor was Chonguzi, right? They can run, but they can't hide. Haha, that scared the crap out of me. Sergio, you reacted fast back there. Those guys clearly meant trouble. I pulled out a stack of cash and shoved it into my older brother's hand. Take it. What are you doing? You found a clam all by yourself. You should keep the money. I can't take it. Bro, why are you being so formal with me? If you hadn't helped me today, could I have brought it to town by myself? Besides, do you have enough for Shitu's tuition and books? Take this money. Pay for his tuition. These words were like a needle. Deepest anxieties. Sergio, we're done here. Let's go. Come play cards with me over by the West Gate. Guzzi, I'm never going to those places again. Huh? Why not? Oh, I get it. It's because of Lin Qinghan, right? Hope you get hitched soon. He laughed, while suggestively nudging me with his elbow. Although Chun Guzzi was a bit of a punk, he wasn't a bad guy at heart. Even in my past life, when I was dead broke, he never looked down on me. Get lost. Go home already. Don't keep your dad waiting. You got it. Make sure to invite me to the wedding. Once Chun Guzzi's tractor completely disappeared at the end of the village road, I said, Bro, you going home first? I'm going to the co-op to buy some things for Qinghan's family. Yeah, you should go to Qinghan's. After the terrible thing you did, you need to apologize properly. Talk to them nicely. Although her dad, Uncle Hai, has a bad temper, he's not an unreasonable man. If he's still mad and hits you a couple of times, you have to take it, understand? I know, bro. Don't worry. A short while later, I arrived at the Lin house with pork and candy. She was focused on mending a fishing net. Sunlight filtered through the leaves onto her, highlighting her slender figure. That focus and gentleness gave her a moving sense of tranquility. My heart inexplicably skipped a beat. I ruined your life in our past life, and I'm so sorry. It's so nice to just watch you quietly like this. I took a deep breath, tried to walk over softly, and stopped a short distance away from her. Qinghan, why are you here? Lin Qinghan took a subconscious step back, her eyes filled with fear and wariness. Qinghan, don't be afraid. I was a jerk yesterday. I apologize. This is from selling that giant clam today. I bought this for you and your family to eat well. For me? Why would you buy meat for me after selling your treasure? To show off that you have money? No, I know I was a scumbag before. And I know I don't deserve you. But I want to treat you well. Sincere? We have nothing to do with each other. Instantly extinguishing my faint hope. She was right. We had no relationship now. What right did I have to say I wanted to treat her well? The atmosphere instantly became incredibly awkward and silent. Just then, the gate was suddenly kicked open. You little bastard, you dare come to my house? Did you think my words yesterday were just a joke? I'm going to break your legs. Dad, he didn't. You little bastard, I'll kill you. My scalp tingled, and I instinctively dove to the side. The hoe grazed my scalp and smashed fiercely into the ground. I was scared out of my wits. I scrambled up, stumbling, and bolted outside. Stop right there, you shameless punk. Don't run if you're a real man. Lindy Hai chased me to the door, leaning against the frame, panting heavily. Come back here, and I'll break your damn legs, and throw you into the sea to feed the fish. Dad, that meat was pretty expensive, and Mom hasn't had meat in a long time. Consider it that punk's apology. But him? There's no way in hell he's marrying you. Even if I, Lindy Hai, starve to death, I will never marry my daughter off to a scumbag like him. After escaping the Lin house, I went back to my own yard. Wang Xiaoying was hanging laundry in the yard. Sergio, you're back. Your brother said you sold that giant clam for over $800. You're really something. And thinking of your brother and the little ones, we wouldn't have enough for the tuition without you. Don't mention it, sister-in-law. It's what I should do. Where's sure to? He went to the North Woods to catch crabs. The North Woods are by the sea and have a mangrove forest. There really are a lot of big crabs there. I'll go check on him later. With that, I turned and went into our house. Mom, Dad, the money from selling the clam is all here. Mom will keep this money safe for you. We'll use it to build you a new house when you get married. Okay, Mom and Dad. I'm going to the North Woods to see Sure too and catch some crabs while I'm at it. Chow chow. Let's go catch crabs with your second brother. Yay. Ha ha ha. Soon after, I found Sure too at the edge of the woods. The little guy was lying by a muddy puddle. His small face flushed red from the effort. Sure too. Second uncle. What are you guys doing here? The crabs here are really smart. They're hard to catch. I smiled confidently and silently activated the eye of the vast sea. In no time at all, I locked onto a bright, glowing spot. First, I used the tip of a metal skewer to carefully clear the rotten leaves and mud from the hole's entrance. Then, I slowly slid the skewer into the hole, gently probing left and right. Finally, with a sharp flick of my wrist, a creature covered in black mud was yanked right out of the hole. Wow, crab. What huge crab. Wow. Second uncle, you're amazing. Keep an eye on it. I'll go look for more. In just half an hour, I had caught a full 7 mud crabs. Next, I walked over to the brightest glowing spot. I repeated the process, and soon another massive guy was pried out of its hole. The size of this mud crab far exceeded any of the previous ones. As soon as it came out, it aggressively raised its claws, trying to attack the uninvited guests before it. But I waited for the right moment, accurately pinned the skewer head onto the king crab's shell, and used the sturdy straw rope I had prepared. Wow, what a huge crab. Second brother, you're awesome. Second uncle, how did you know it was there and so big? Just watch and learn. Let's go sell these smaller ones. Ding! Successfully caught 7 mud crabs. Successfully caught 1 mud crab king. Catch value +5. Current catch value, 62. Soon, we arrive at the seafood purchasing station. Why is this kid here? Dragged it to town to sell early this morning. Sold for a high price. Didn't even bring it here to let me see. Uncle Xiao, selling some crabs. Oh, you got good luck, kid. Got your hands on more good stuff. Shame you didn't let your uncle see that giant clam. Next time I have something good, I'll definitely show Uncle Xiao first. I'll give you $15 for these. Deal. After selling them, I took the 2 kids home. But her eyes immediately fell on the bamboo basket Xiao Qiao was holding, where a mud crab sat tightly bound with straw rope. Why didn't you sell this one? Mom, this is a king crab. It's rare, so let's keep it and have a good meal ourselves. Look, Xiao Qiao and Sure too are both drooling over it. One this big must be worth several bucks. Why are you such a spendthrift? I only make $2 or $3 mending nets all day. This single crab is worth 2 or 3 days of my work. Mom, if you only knew that in the future, a giant wild king crab like this wouldn't go for less than $1,000. You'd probably be even more reluctant to eat it. Eat, eat, eat. That's all you know. Do you think money grows on trees? You spendthrift. Hearing they have big crab for lunch, Chen shouts out. Eyes lit up. Sister Qinghan taking a bath. She's been getting meat to eat. It'd be great if her second brother went peaking again. Then she could eat meat every day. Hey, go to bed early tonight. Dad, what's up? We're going out to sea tomorrow. If you don't sleep early, we'll see if you can wake up. Hearing this, my heart skipped a beat. Perfect time to test out just how useful the eye of the vast sea can be. After everyone finished eating, they went to rest. Just as the sky was getting light, Zhang Guiying's hushed voice came from outside the door. Sergio, get up. Your dad and brother are ready. Hurry, your dad says the tide waits for no man. I jolted awake. Then I followed them out the door. The 3 of us, father and sons, silently walked towards the small boat by the sea. Finally going out to sea, walking this path again, everything was still so familiar. But unlike my past life, this time I had my silent, reliable father and brother beside me. Before long, the 3 of us boarded the small boat. My dad, Chen Jinsheng, checked the mooring ropes and the boat. Old Chen, you're up early. The Sergio kid is here too? I hear you've had sky-high luck these past 2 days. Giant clams and massive crabs. Even more capable than your dad back in the day. Morning, Uncle Chen. It's all just luck, ha ha ha. Luck is a skill too. You look a lot sharper than before. Learn well from your dad. The sea can feed anyone who has the skills. I didn't reply, then reached out to touch the cold seawater, feeling that familiar surge. Sea tight. With the diesel engine rumbling to life, the small motorboat slowly left the pier. Then, I silently activated the eye of the vast sea. The world before my eyes seemed tinted with pale blue, although I could see very clearly. Unfortunately, the view wasn't as expansive as the ocean. With just a 10-meter field of vision, I was practically blind. Half my body hanging over the edge, staring intently at the small fish. This kid's gone stupid his first time at sea. Hanging over the edge, you got a death wish? What are you looking at? Sit down. You want to go feed the fish? But my mind was entirely focused on the ocean, so I didn't hear him at all. Chen Yuanshan, next to me, also felt something was off. He gently nudged my shoulder. Sergio. Unexpectedly, it startled me. I lost my balance, and with a splash, plunged into the freezing seawater. Without a second thought, Chen Yuanshan dove right in. He grabbed my arm almost instantly in the water. The two of them yanked and dragged me, finally pulling me, coughing and sputtering, onto the boat. You little bastard. Useless and full of trouble. Hanging over the boat like you want to die. Listening to my dad's cursing, I uncharacteristically threw my head back, eyes shining. Dad, bro, it's a massive school of Spanish mackerel. Spanish mackerel? Are you sure? Are their bodies long and flat? Like blades? Dark green with spots, swimming super fast? Yes, exactly. Dark green with spots, swimming incredibly fast. A huge school of them chasing silverfish. I was right up close when I fell in. I saw it clear as day. Ha ha ha. Good. Everyone sit tight. With that, he grabbed the starter rope and yanked it hard. The diesel engine roared like crazy. Chen Jinsheng pushed the throttle to the max. The boat lurched forward as if it had been whipped. Speeding toward the spot, I pointed out. We're going to be rich. We're going to be rich. It's a school of Spanish mackerel. Hurry, drop the nets. Drop the nets. Chen Yuanshan also reacted quickly, lunging for the fishing nets at the bow, frantically untying the ropes. Sergio, your luck is freakish. Falling into the water and stumbling upon a school of mackerel. Just then, a dark green figure burst out from beneath the water's surface. Following that, it was like a basin of cold water poured into a pot of boiling oil. Countless mackerel leapt fiercely from the water. We're rich. We're really damn rich. Quick, Yuanshan, cast the net. Chen Yuanshan didn't have time to be shocked. He hurriedly grabbed the gill net. Quick, help me pull the net. Sergio, get over here and help. The three of us pulled together, shouting chants, struggling to haul up the heavy net. As the net was pulled from the water, it was filled with desperately thrashing mackerel. Their scales gleamed with a cold, dark green light in the sun, splashing countless drops of water. This one net must be over 100 pounds. Catch value +5. Current catch value, 67. Hurry, untangle the fish and put them in a live well. Chen Jinsheng expertly plucked the fish from the net and tossed them into the live well in the center of the boat. But before the first net was even fully cleared, my dad was rushing us again. Before the school scatters. Hurry, second net. Then came the third and the fourth net. And how many fish we untangled. My arms ached so much I couldn't lift them. My fingers had been cut by the nets. And fish fins. All right, we can't haul anymore. It was worth it. This trip will last us half a month. Though it was tiring, hey, this was the first catch of my new life. Totally worth it. The only regret was that my catch value was still at 67. It seemed marine creatures of the same type only provide catch value the very first time you catch them. Hee hee. Sergio, who would have thought? You take a nosedive into the ocean. Totally worth a fall. This is a blessing from Goddess Guanyin, got it? Because we're sincere. Bullshit. You shouldn't be talking about Goddess Guanyin like that. Spout more nonsense, and I'll throw you in the sea. Things were different here than in other places. While some worshipped Mizu, the one truly revered as the sea goddess was Guanyin. So they held a deep, heartfelt reverence for Goddess Guanyin. Dad, are we still going to the far side of the lone island? We have enough gas, and it's early. Yeah, we're going. We have enough gas. We can't go back with the hold half empty. We'll cast a few more nets and head back if there's nothing. The boat started up again. About half an hour later, we finally looped around to the lone island. I instinctively activated the eye of the vast sea. Holy crap, there's a huge wild grouper ahead. That thing is worth a fortune. But unfortunately, there were whirlpools and undercurrents on the seabed. The small boat couldn't get close at all. Just then, not far away, a small sampan was slowly drifting over. Old Chun, how's it going? Any luck this trip? Nothing special. Just pulled in a few nets of mackerel. Making do, Wang Laowu replied with an "oh." But his eyes couldn't help but peek into our live well. With that peek, his eyes were practically glued to it. Old Jin, your hold's packed. Making a fortune. Huh? Fortune, my eye. These fish are cheap. Just aiming for volume. More volume means more money. This one trip beats days of our work. Where'd you catch all this? Your luck is too good. What about you? How are things here? Catch anything good? Don't ask. Cast several nets. Just a bunch of tiny trash fish. Barely covers the gas. Spot looks good but doesn't hold fish. Brother Jin, where exactly did you catch that Spanish mackerel? Give me a hint, man. Just on the way here. About a mile or so away. Happened to run into a school feeding. The water was boiling with them. Damn, I came from that way this morning. Why didn't I see them? Thanks a lot, man. I'll go try my luck. See ya. With that, he steered toward where Chun Jianxing pointed and gunned the engine. Let's cast a net and test the waters. We could try. Only caught a few stray small fish. The next few nets were the same. Chun Jianxing frowned and tossed the small fish back. But right then, the sea breeze suddenly changed, carrying a damp, icy chill. Chun Jianxing looked up and saw a massive dark cloud drifting slowly from the east. The weather's turning, from the looks of it. Hurry up and pull the net in. Let's head back, Qin Yuanshan replied, and quickly started hauling in the net. But I was staring at the deep, dark water by the boat. Something seemed to be faintly glowing down there earlier. Too bad it was too deep to see clearly. It'd be a waste to just leave now. Dad, let me dive down and take a look, just for a second. It's my first time out at sea. I want to see what the bottom looks like. Bullshit. Are you blind? Can't you see the skies falling and the waves are swelling? Do you have a death wish, you little brat? Dad, I'll just take a quick peek and come right back up. You forgot I spotted that school of fish this morning? If you're worried, let my brother come with me. This kid has some luck. We still have 10 minutes or so. Plus, with Yuanshan watching, it should be fine. Yuanshan, go down with him and keep a close eye on him. You get 5 minutes. When time's up, get your asses back up here immediately. Got it, Dad. The brothers didn't waste time. With a splash, they dove into the freezing water. They dove down about 40 feet. Their chests started feeling tight, so they quickly kicked to the surface for air. See anything? Nope, too deep. Didn't hit the bottom yet. About enough breath for one more dive. I took a deep breath and dove toward the bottom with all my might. The water pressure made my ears throb. My chest felt like it was going to burst, just as I felt I couldn't hold on any longer. My feet finally touched the soft bottom. I immediately activated my ocean eye. Suddenly, beneath a large reef ahead, a few glowing blue spots caught my eye. Finally found you. Holy crap, lobsters, including a giant lobster nearly 1.5 feet long. I've really hit the jackpot this time. I frantically waved my hands. Qin Yuanshan quickly untied the net. We both approached carefully, but the lobster king seemed to sense the threat, spreading its tail fan slightly, ready to bolt at any second. Seeing this, I held my breath and slowly reached out. But right then, the lobster king's thick tail snapped hard, kicking up a cloud of sand that muddied the water. Luckily, Qin Yuanshan was ready. He tracked its escape path and caught the lobster king squarely in the net. Got it. And with quick reflexes, I pinned down a slightly smaller lobster nearby and stuffed it into my brother's net. Large lobster caught. Sea catching value +3. Lobster king caught. Sea catching value +10. Current sea catching value 80. I saw more movement in the rocks, but our lungs were screaming for air, so I quickly motioned to my brother. We broke the surface together, gasping greedily for air, only to realize the sky had turned black and heavy rain was falling. Chun Jianxing leaned halfway out, dragging us both back on a boat. Oomph. You little brats. The weather's turning, and you're still dawdling. Looking for a death wish? Holy mother of. This shrimp has turned into a monster. And never seen one this huge. Look at all those spikes. Is this kid the Sea King's biological son? First those clams, then the Mud Crab King, and now this grandfather of all lobsters. But right then, a crack of thunder exploded right above us. Massive raindrops quickly merged into a downpour. Jinxing shuddered, snapping out of his shock. Oh, damn it, hold on tight. He shoved the throttle forward with all his might, pushing it all the way down. The small boat surged forward in the violent waves, racing toward the fishing village at full throttle. But on the way back, Ginxing's eyes narrowed sharply, staring fixedly at the water on the other side of the isolated island. Damn it, why hasn't that boat left yet? Cupping his hands around his mouth, he screamed at the white boat. Hey, get out of there. A massive storm's hitting. You waiting around to die? But the white boat stayed completely still, showing no signs of moving. Dad, they're waving. Oh no, Dad, they must have hit a reef. The boat's stuck. Hearing this, their faces fell. The water around this island is full of hidden reefs. Even seasoned locals steer clear of it. They're clearly outsiders. Of course they hit a reef. Sigh, but in this hellish weather, our own boat could flip at any moment. Getting closer. What if we go down with them? Dad, don't hesitate. We can't just leave them to die. Yeah, Dad, we have to go. Let's see if we can save anyone. Chun Jinsheng gritted his teeth and stomped his foot. Yuan Shan, steady the boat. Pull alongside. Sergio, bail the water. Hurry. Chun Yuan Shan frantically spun the wheel, fighting the waves to slowly turn the boat around. I grabbed a broken scoop from the deck, knelt down, and bailed water like crazy. The small boat pushed against the fierce winds and massive waves, inch by inch, heading toward the stranded white boat. Yuan Shan, stop. Reef's ahead. We can't go any closer, Dad. What do we do now? Without a word, Chun Jinsheng pulled out 2 coils of thick rope, wrapped one around his waist a few times, and tied it to the stern cleat. Tie up and follow me in. Sergio, stay here and guard the boat. Keep the ropes steady. No, Dad, I'm coming too. Bullshit. Guard the boat. This is your father and brother's lives on the line. The father and son leaped into the raging sea. 40 feet would normally take seconds. But right now, swimming was incredibly hard. The waves smashed them underwater multiple times. The 2 young men on the bow saw a glimmer of hope. Leaning over the railing, frantically reaching out. Hurry, jump down. One at a time. The guy with the gold watch stared at the churning water, pale with terror. But his survival instinct kicked in. Gritting his teeth, he slid down the hull. Shen Genseng acted fast and caught him. Hold on to me tight. Do not let go. You up there, hurry up and jump. The guy with glasses was terrified too, but seeing his friend go, he gathered his courage and slid down. Chun Yuan Shan was already waiting. Hold tight. Let's go back. Hurry. Watching from the boat, my heart was pounding. Hearing Dad shout, I immediately started pulling the rope. The 4 of them, guided by the ropes. A sudden gust of wind hit from his side. A folding chair on the white boat's deck went spinning and hurled straight down at the 4 in the water. Watch out. The chair struck perfectly, smashing right into Chun Yuan Shan's arm, the arm holding the guy with glasses. Instinctively retracting his arm in agony, the man in glasses slipped from his grip, plunging straight into the murky, freezing depths. Mingzhi, mister, save him. Please save him. He's my brother. I'm begging you. If you save him, I'll pay you whatever you want. Name your price. How could we save anyone in this? We were already hauling dead weight. Rushing back meant likely dying ourselves. Chun Yuan Shan watched the bubbles fade. His eyes went red, but he knew Dad was right, so he gritted his teeth, using the rope around his waist, kicked desperately back toward our boat. But right then, a sharp splash echoed from their side. I had just dived headfirst into the water, swimming fast toward where the man in glasses sank. You little brat. Get your ass back here. Come back. Staring blankly at the water, Chun Jinsheng was livid. He was completely powerless. Meanwhile, right after hitting the water, I activated Ocean Eye. Soon, about 20 feet down, the guy in glasses was flailing wildly, bubbles constantly escaping his mouth. I swam behind him, slipped my arms under his armpits, locked onto his chest, and hauled him upwards with all my strength. My back bumped into something. Every hair on my body instantly stood up. I knew wild orcas rarely attack people, but that was just hearsay. If this thing tangled with us. But the orca seemed merely curious, circling us once. My scalp went numb, because not far away, several more massive orcas were faintly circling us. No, we couldn't stay here. Even if we didn't get eaten, we'd definitely drown. I didn't care. I steeled myself and kicked furiously toward the surface. But right as I surged upwards, I instinctively glanced at the grounded white boat. Down near its hull was a tiny black and white shape. The big orcas were asking me for help. But this guy couldn't hold on much longer. Saving a human life came first. Gritting my teeth, I kept pushing upward. We finally broke the surface. The rain, the deafening noise, and chaos instantly engulfed me. Yuan-chan, steer over there. The boat quickly pulled up. Working together, they dragged the unconscious man onto the deck. Mingzhi, wake up. You little brat. You got a death wish? I'll skin you alive when we get back. Get up here. Now. I'll be right back. I barely managed to yell out. Chun Sergio, you bastard. What the hell are you doing? Ancestors protect him. Please keep him safe. Please don't let anything happen to him. Diving back down, I swam straight for the baby orca. I quickly found the trapped calf. Its small body was tangled tightly in the net, letting out pitiful whimpers. Carefully gripping the tightest strands, using the tears made by the rocks, I slowly tore the tough netting apart. The calf seemed to sense my intent. Though still whimpering, it noticeably stopped struggling as much. Time ticked by. When I snapped the final cord, the calf gave a hard jerk, breaking free at last. Baby orca rescued. Sea catching value, plus 20. Current sea catching value, 100. Target creature detected, baby orca. Highly friendly toward host. Binding contract available. Success rate increased. Cost, 100 sea catching value. Initiate contract. Wait, I can bind an orca? What am I waiting for? Bind it. Confirm, 100 value spent. Contracting. As the notification faded, the calf suddenly glowed with a faint blue light. Instantly, I felt a weak telepathic link form between us. Contract successful. Target, baby orca. Basic mental link established with host. Haha, it worked. Relief washed over me. But then stars danced in my vision. My vision was blurring. I had to surface. Using my last ounce of strength, I kicked hard, swimming desperately toward where I thought the surface was. But the water was too murky. I had completely lost my bearings. I felt like I was drifting deeper. Everything was going dark. I just got reincarnated. Finally got a break, and now I'm drowning. Haha, I must be the unluckiest reincarnated ever. Firmly caught my sinking body. It was the baby orca. Using its broad, strong head, it propelled me toward the surface. Bursting out of the freezing water, I ignored everything else. Just gasped greedily for air. Thank God for this little guy. If it weren't for him, I'd be dead at the bottom. Wait, where's our boat? Dad couldn't have left me behind, right? But all I could see was the gray sky. After scanning frantically, a few hundred feet away, I finally spotted it pitching in the waves. A tiny black Dad. Bro. Meanwhile, Chen Jinsheng and Chen Yuanshan were leaning over the railing, eyes locked on where I had vanished. Suddenly, the guy with the gold watch heard something and jerked his head up. Over there, someone's waving. Chen Jinsheng's head snapped around, staring through the blinding rain. He barely made out a flailing arm. Sergio. It's Sergio. Yuanshan, go. The boat quickly approached. To haul me back aboard. Thank God for Dad and my brother. You little punk. We already saved him. Why did you dive back in? You vanadi. Do you have any idea how worried I went to save? Holy shit, I've lived half my life. Never been this close to a killer whale. Don't panic. I've never heard of them hurting anyone around here. They just look like they're passing by. Yeah, this little guy is pretty smart. All right, Yuan Shan, hit the gas. If the adults come back, we're screwed. At the same time, over at the Yanwishan Piers trading post, Wang Guiying was staring blankly at the gray sea, wringing her shirt tail anxiously. Chun Xiaoqiao stood close by her mother, gripping Wang Guiying's pant leg tightly, her little face full of worry. Guiying, don't worry too much. Genqing's been sailing for years. He's seen every kind of storm. Maybe a big catch just delayed them, right? What could have happened? In a storm this big, even if it rained gold out there, ours is the only one missing. Sigh. Goddess Guanyin, please protect those three. Don't be scared, Mom. Dad and my brothers will be back soon. I know they'll come home safe, Mom. Just then, a skinny, dark figure ran over holding a ripped tarp over his head. Guiying. Guiying. Old Wu, did you see Jinsheng and the boys? Yeah, I saw them. My boat came in late. I passed by the isolated island. How were they? Why aren't they back yet? On the back of the island, a white boat ran aground. And then I saw Gensheng's boat. Looked like it was pulling up to them. You mean Jinsheng went to save them? Looked like it. That white boat was completely wedged in. You know, Jinsheng, he couldn't just ignore it. Hearing the confirmation, Wang Guiying's vision went black. Swaying, she nearly collapsed. A woman nearby quickly caught her. Guiying, are you okay? Wang Guiying waved her off. Her lips trembled, but no words came out. With a storm this fierce, their beaten-up boat could give way at any second, let alone trying to save someone else. They were risking their lives. What would we do? Guiying, don't scare yourself. Jinsheng has probably saved them already, and is heading back right now. Yeah, exactly. Good people are blessed by heaven. Gensheng's crew will be fine. But right then, a snide voice cut in. You never know. Didn't old Shu go out to save someone in a storm? And what happened? Didn't save anyone, and ended up drowning himself. His whole family relied on him. Now, they're starving and freezing without a man. It's miserable. Lu Hongmei, if you can't say anything nice, shut up. What? Am I not telling the truth? Everyone saw it. We all know how hard the widow has it now. Lu Hongmei, shut your mouth. It's a good deed. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, look who it is. If it isn't Qinghan, already protecting your in-laws. You're not even married yet. Who knows if the Chun family even wants you as a daughter-in-law? Stop talking nonsense. I just can't stand you standing here, making snide remarks while Uncle Jinsheng risks his life. And you're here cursing them. Do you have no conscience? I'm cursing them. I'm just speaking facts. Isn't old Shu proof? Guiying. So you can prepare yourself mentally. You're just jealous. Jealous Shurjio found that giant conch. Jealous that Gensheng's family is doing well. Hoping to die out there. Don't come crying when dash. Enough. Lu Hongmei, you say one more word, and I'll teach you a lesson for your husband. Gensheng's fate is still unknown. Why are you trying to start trouble here? Say one more thing, and you can go stand in the rain. Fine, treat my kindness like dirt.